In a mosh pit. How long has she been in there?
Alright everyone, welcome back to another stream. It's Friday here, and we've just popped on for this quick afternoon session. It's currently 1:55 here in the UK. I'm going to be here for about an hour before I go out for a meeting, so we're going to take a look at the chart, see what we can find. It is NFP day today, okay, so that means the market has moved quite erratically. So we will look at what happened after the New York Open, which was at 1:30. It's now 1:55, as I said. And basically see if we can find any opportunities. We may or may not. As I said before, this channel is purely for educational purposes and to have fun, and yeah, just basically hang out and see what's going on. So without further ado, let's get into the trade window and see what we can find. Hello, hello. Here we go. So here we are. We're back. It is Friday, and as you can see, this is the NAS 100, and we've had NFP. Okay, NFP is basically something that moves the market depending on the way it's been, whether it's been good or bad. It stands for non-farm payrolls. They're a measure of a number of workers in the United States, including farm workers and workers in a handful of other job classifications. This is measured by the Federal Bureau of Labor Statistics, which surveys private and government entities throughout the US and their payrolls. So basically it means if it's good, price is going up on some things; if it's bad, price is going down on others. And as you can see on NAS, it was very positive today. We've had a huge spike up. We did drop down at first, and then we shot forward. Usually it's not a good idea to trade NFP because it's so much volatility. Now I'm sure when it started breaking down these lows, we had some sellers, and then they just pushed it up. We took all the liquidity below these lows here, and price just has rocketed up. Probably going to go a little bit sideways now, up and down. That volatility is going to be pretty large today. Going to mark out this zone here, which we didn't actually hit. It could have been a nice touch there for a demand zone, but we will see. So basically, no real plan here. Just going to jump in the charts. Going to go on my watch list here. I've got you've got all the sort of major and minor pairs. We're going to run through, see if we can find some setups, maybe do some back testing, and yeah. So you're going to see big spikes with retracements on today's charts. It's going to be pretty crazy. So it's not really an ideal time to trade for me. But if we do find something, then we shall entertain it. But for now, let's have a sift through and see what's going on. So let's have a little chill for a second and just see what this pair is up to. See, so this is a good example of why this isn't a great time for me to trade. Because if I was waiting for this zone, okay, this consolidation zone which created expansion, and then a downtrend which broke new lows, okay, waiting for price to come back up into these highs, especially here as well. So what was this? So this is 1 o'clock today. You know, this would have been a potential entry here for my strat, although it's not the nicest. And as you can see, price from 1 o'clock just pushed up, and then when we had the open here on this candle, we we've shot it even more. We haven't quite broken that high yet, so we can see what happens, but this would be what I was looking at here, this area from here to here. As you can see, we did react off it, but we just shot away, so not ideal for my strat right now. And yeah, so as I say, we're just going to have a look through, see what the markets have done after the NFP, see if we've got anything that could potentially line up in the future, and go from there, basically. What I could do, I could just show you the one trade I've had today, which is on EuroNZD. This was earlier. I entered this at the exact time of, it was a 15-minute chart, 11:15. So this is still in the London session only. There was no sort of nothing happening from the New York yet. New York hadn't opened. There was still a couple of hours until New York opened, and NFP is happening here, as you can see with this crazy candle. So the reason for the trade was a bit in this uptrend for a while, okay, but we've got this huge strong zone here, which I'm really anticipating price to come down and visit. And when price does come and visit, as you can see, I've got my alert here. I'm going to be looking for potential setups to get a reaction from. But until that point, I could see that we didn't actually break this recent high. If you have a look, if we draw a line across from here to here, we didn't actually break that high yet. Which showed there was this lack of momentum to actually push through. And we used this as a bit of a demand, which pushed price down, breaking minor lows, creating a new lower low, and then this new lower high, which actually on the 5-minute lined up quite nicely with this area right here, this area of consolidation. And as you can see, in this area of consolidation, we had the highest amount of volume on my volume profile tool. And actually, it's a pretty textbook trade. If I found this on the 5-minute, which I didn't, I was out and about on the phone for this one. I just had 5 minutes between a client. Saw that price was in a pretty decent area, and we actually came up to tip this point of control perfectly. And we could have got in for a bit of a tighter entry if we were on the 5-minute here, with the break of this blue candle low with the start of this one. But I was actually trading off the 15-minute at this time, and we took the break of this candle low, or at least when I saw it broke. And we go for our 1-to-1, which actually went really quite nicely. As you can see, we just shot straight down into profit. I did take close 80%, as our plan usually goes. Took 80%, moved stop loss to break even. But because of the upcoming volatility, because of the NFP, we just pushed up and we broke out even. But that was a nice little trade. What many pips did we get on that? So we got about 24 pips there this afternoon, which has been lovely. So that's the one and only trade we've had today, unfortunately off stream while I was out and about, but that's okay. So let's go back up to the top of the list and let's see what we've got moving. So we've got a bit of an area here. Okay, let's have a look. So if we draw a little demand zone here, okay, because from this area we've had this push up. This was NFP, but this is the area that created the push up. So if price does come back down into this zone, we're going to look, see if we get any sort of reaction from there. We do have space to move upwards, all right, to potentially come and clear this liquidity above these highs, and look at filling in these gaps here, because on the 1 hour this is probably quite a, sorry, on the 1 hour I meant to say it's probably quite a big gap yet. So we got this nice big gap between here and here, no orders at all, even up to here. So we haven't quite made it up there yet. So what I'm looking for is price to come and fill this imbalance, okay, and then come into this zone. And as you can see, this is a perfect supply zone where we have supplied the market, broken structure lows, the recent structure lows, and changed character. Okay, so let's just draw this in right here. Right, I need to make it, I'm going to do a little bit of a template making here, excuse me. So we're going to go save as chunk. Actually, let's see if we can make it so when we draw the line it's there. So let's go settings, text, chalk. I want it bottom center, and I want it white, and I want it number 11. Chock. Good. Right, then we're also going to do one for break a structure in a minute. So we've got this chock here, change a character in this upward trend. Okay, we've had one a couple before, but this is really quite a big one where we've got this huge push down. Price may still keep going up, but I feel like we could get a reaction from this zone when we get there. So now for a shorter term, what I'm looking for now is for price to potentially come back up into this zone here, or back down into this zone, this demand zone on the 5 minute. If it comes down here, we get our first candle and a break of that candle high, then we'll enter up to this area here. So Gbpjpy is what we're looking at for right now. We're going to see how that plays out, and then we'll move on. The reason why this is quite an interesting trade for me is that we've got this imbalance up here on the lower time frame, which is going to fill, and we're going to come up into the zone. I can almost feel it. We may come up straight from here, and if that's the case, then that's fine. It didn't match our rules, we missed out on the trade. But if we do come down into this area here, then we'll look for our entry. We've got an alert set, so we can know when that's going to happen. So let's probably need to tidy this up a little bit. It's a bit of a mess from yesterday. Okay. So this is a nice one to look at from yesterday. Was it from yesterday? No, this was this morning. This is at late last night, so there's not a lot of volume for us. But we've got this area here, okay, this sort of consolidation area. You can see a supply zone here, which pushed down, breaking structure, and in fact broke the structure here. Price came back up into this zone. And we could have got an entry here. Okay, we had our first touch in, didn't break the candle. If we had got our entry on this candle break here, stop loss above the high, going for our 1-to-1 first profit target, we would have got a nice little trade there, a little reaction off the zone. Okay, so what we're looking at now, got a little haven't actually hit that yet, so this could be an interesting one to look at if we can make it. We're still in a downtrend here. Okay, it might look like we're going sideways, but actually we've created this new trend, down, 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 major up. Okay, took out some liquidity, pushed down, went down to the sell side liquidity, took that out, and now we've got higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, sorry, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Still got a lower high here because we didn't break above this high, so we can still see we're in a downtrend. So my bias on this is still going down. So what we could see here is if we get our tool out, so this is our volume profile tool. You can see the highest amount of volume in this zone is in fact on this candle, which I'm interested in because that's where the initial move has moved from. You can see from this candle we've had this huge leg down. Price hasn't actually reached up into this 5 minute candle yet, although on the 15 minute it has. So what we can do is set an alert here, because if price does come up and clear the liquidity on top of these NFP highs here, then we can look for our entry and potentially get an entry down to the downside to come down and break new lows. So that is kind of where we're looking at for NZD. So what I like to do is set all my alerts, so then now I can move on. If price does come up into the zone, I'm told about it, and then I can react from there. Doesn't mean I have to watch the chart all day constantly until something happens. So we move on. Let's clear everything up. Start fresh. See what's going on here on AU. So NFP really affected AU here. We had this huge push up. It then just suddenly changed character, came straight back down. We have entered the demand zone for this move up, but although we could enter long here, I don't like the look of it. It's all a bit of a mess, and it's not something that I want to tackle right now, so we're going to leave that. Same with Gbpjpy, for all these huge wicks and stuff for the 5 minutes, looking pretty ugly in my eyes, so we're just going to not even bother looking at that one for too much. Let's have a look. Let's clear this up. We went through this the other day. What can we see? Okay, so really, if we go on to a bit of a higher time frame, let's look at the hour, see what's going on with the hour. So we've got this leg up here, consolidation, leg or expansion up again. Okay, price, if we go in our draw on our thing, highest volumes in this area, even if we draw it down here, it should stay the same. Yeah, point of control is on this area here, so we're going to draw in a 1 hour area. Okay, then we come down to the 30 minute, we're going to try and refine it, which we can do, so we're going to refine it to this candle. Okay, and then we're going to go down to the 15 minute, we're going to refine it again if we can. Yeah, we can refine it to this candle. Okay, and this is where the initial push came from. You can see break a structure, we came back, retested it, and then created this huge push up. So I'm happy with this zone being drawn out. Let's go to the 5, maybe we can, no, we're going to keep that the same. Okay, so now really I'm not really going to look for much here other than if price comes down to this zone. Probably going to have to clear some alerts in a minute. Let's clear some old alerts. I know that these aren't needed at the moment. These are from a couple of days ago. There you go. See, we could have entered on this candle break here and we could have been in a good trade, but for now I'm not going to go for it. We're chatting more than I just didn't like it. Didn't like this. Right, so yeah, back to CAD shift. If we come down to that zone in the future, okay, it's not going to be very soon. We may see keep going up. It's an area of interest for me, so marked it out. Okay, this is actually looking quite nice here. Let's see what we've got. Let's clear all this up. Let's get a fresh outlook on it. So what we got? We got this nice area here, which hopefully one day will come back because this is a beautiful zone looking right there. Okay, we've also got this zone here, which you've probably really missed it, and NFP's kind of made it a bit weird. So what we have is this leg down with our base and then another expansion. And if we draw in our zone, we should see that most of the volume is in this area. We could look for sales here, but this price action, NFP's made it a bit messy, and I'm all about grabbing those quality trades for you here, guys. I don't want to take any unnecessary risks. Price could keep just falling here, but also it could keep climbing, so I'd rather wait until price would come up to here than take a trade off this one for the moment. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. For the Aud's going to be, yeah, we could have got a really nice trade here, to be honest. It just didn't look like it was going to suit me too well. I know someone that would have taken this trade actually, and I think if I go on his Instagram, he definitely would have taken that. Actually, we can go back there because we can review a trade from last night which we went through, and actually it's the one we finished on in the last live stream. Right, stay away from Gbpjpy. What are we on here? Euro A. So again, you know, this is nice price action. This is NFP price action here. It's just so much going on. It's very indecisive at the moment. Up, down, sideways. It's just not really what we want to be looking at. Same with Euro here. Same with Euro there. It's all very messy. This is our trade from today before NFB. Could have got a nice little trade here to be fair, missed this one. So we got this area here. This area created the NFP drop. Price came just tipped into this zone. Broken candle low, that would have been a nice trade there. Didn't see it, so didn't take it, but that was definitely one to look for. that. This is a nice trade from the other day. Okay, as you can see, we got our supply zone here. We supplied the market. Alright, when we got that candle break, we actually entered a bit late. We got a trade. We got our 80% around this area. And then price just broke up to break even. But we did get our 80% out of the market, which is good for our 1-for-1. But because that's an old one, we're not really going to look at that too much today. See, look at it, it's just so messy and nasty. Let's draw a zone in here anyway. See what happens when price comes back. If it comes back, again, load of mess, 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 load of mess. Right. Yeah, so really there's not much going on. The only one we're kind of tempted at is Aussie, the Aussie trade here, which if we come back down here will be pretty good. So change of plan. What we're gonna do? Oh, excuse me. Is I'm just gonna move some funds into my crypto account. And we're going to see if we can find any setups on crypto. Because NFP doesn't usually affect crypto, although it's starting to recently because of the way it's now being integrated more into, you know, it's starting to tie up a bit more as Bitcoin. See, you can have, we've got these big moves here, this bit of, still a bit of jerking and stuff, but there's not as much as the Forex. So let's go to Binance. And then we're gonna exchange Bitcoin to USDT. Binance app's changed. Convert, or should I say? Maximum amount of Bitcoin to USDT. Nice. Go back. Done that. That should be in our wallet now. It is. So then we're going to go to USDT. Yes, I've got that. We're going to go to big gap. Going to do it on Binance Smart Chain. Copy this address. Go back to Binance. Paste that ding. Actually, which is cheaper? Definitely Binance Smart Chain. Yep. Doesn't make much sense to me though. Right, let's have a look then. Let's see what's going on with these coins. Right. Okay, so let's have a look. Where are we? BTC. Even crypto has been pretty affected by NFP today. Some more than others. It's just dirty price action for me. Doesn't match up with what I want to see. Yeah, so I'm not expecting too many people in the stream today, but if there's anyone here, please give a like to the channel. Basically, it's been an FP today, okay, non-farm payroll, and it has affected price, as it always does, and it's usually the first Friday of the month, it's every first Friday of the month, and yeah, we're just waiting for one setup to potentially play out, and this is on Gbpjpy, coming down to the supply demand area down here, because I'm quite liking the look of what's above. Okay, we've got this imbalance here on the 1 hour, and also you've got this supply zone, which created a change of character in price yesterday, or a few days ago. So we've taken out all the liquidity that's above here. We're just pushing up now through this bit of noise, and then if we can come back down, grab some more momentum in this demand zone, which we are looking like we might do, push up, I'm going to be looking for something that looks a little something like this, roughly, something like that. So that's the plan. I'm only going to be on here for another half an hour max, then I've got an appointment, then I might come back and have another look, maybe for another hour before I go for a skate later on. So let's see. Right, let's have another skip through, see if we can find anything on the higher time frame, see what the 30 minutes are looking like. See, now this was a nice area here. Unfortunately, farm roll, NFP, give it a bit of a, well, just made it go crazy. Missed out, but you can see, same thing on the strategy, leg down, consolidation, expansion or another leg down, huge break in recent structure. If we draw in our mark on the 1 hour, on the 30 minute, we've got this beautiful zone here, which we can see we did come up into, got completely rejected away. If we go to the video, yo, Emmett, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming back, dude. We're just having a look at what's going on. I'm good, thank you. How are you? We're just having a look. It's been NFP today, so price has been on all charts, including crypto, as it gets affected. You can see this crazy price action. So just kind of trying to find something to look at. Not much has been going on. Please check gold. Yeah, let's have a look, man. Right. So again, I think if you can remember what we spoke about the other day, I said that this area looked like a nice area for a reaction. We got that. In hindsight, perhaps I should have paid a bit more attention because I could have got in on a nice little trade there. But I usually trade the 5 minute chart, so let's go to the 1 hour again, just have a look. So obviously we've got NFP today, so things are a bit weird, but we had this 1, 2, 3, 4 mark on this support zone, and then price did eventually come back. We had, so I'm getting all confused here, we had a nice reaction with this price action wick here. So if we drop to the 30 minute, when we were speaking about it, we were getting sort of some new highs and lows, and actually this could have been a really nice setup, and I should have paid a little bit more attention to it. But if I get rid of this, hold on, you can see we created new higher high and higher lows. Alright, if we draw in some indication here, you can see the highest volume is here. Now this would have been a nice trade, really. Would have been the initial start. We broke some structure here, changing character of the trend. Okay, so changing character, new high from this new low, new lower low, and it was just shot up. And yeah, so that would have been a really nice trade if you did take it. NFP has obviously created this crazy price action, and it's something that I don't tend to trade because, you know, if buyers got in here and then came down, they're getting all stopped out. So even on the 5 minute, it's looking pretty whack. But if we go to the 1, what we might see now is, because we've got this zone here which is pushed down, we might see some consolidation for a bit. So I don't know if you're in a trade at the moment or looking to trade it, but for me, for my strategy, there's nothing going on. Overall though, I'd say it's probably going to keep on pushing up and fill these gaps up here. Alright, so I'd say it's still bullish at the moment, it's still going up, but that's my opinion. But as I say, it's Friday, we've got this crazy price action, so anything could happen in the next couple of hours over the New York session. Well, I hope you had a good day, man. Hope you're enjoying yourself and getting some wins. We did get one win on EuroNZD today, which I can run through with you real quick if you want to have a look. This was before NFP, this is in the London session. And it's just simple strategy that I follow every day. Okay, we found an area of consolidation with a move into the consolidation and a strong expansion move out. Price came back up into the zone. I actually took this trade on the 15-minute chart. We found our point of interest, which was these two candles here, which created this expansion down. So lots of sellers up in this area. Saw a nice reaction with this wick. Okay, and then we entered on the break of this blue candle here. And with our stop loss just sort of above the high. I didn't really need to put it above the high here, I was pretty confident. And we went for our 1-to-1. We took 80% when we came down here, but then NFP came in and our last 20% went to break even. So that's been the only trade today. We didn't get that on stream because we were out and about. And then the only other setup I'm looking at today is this one on Gbpjpy, because nothing else is really lining up for me. The reason why I like to look at this is we've got this supply demand zone from NFP, but it's been pretty clean price action compared to a lot of the others. We've also got this supply zone up here, which has recently changed the structure of the trend, which has been coming up. And we've also got on the 1 hour this area of imbalance, so clean traffic between this zone and the supply zone. So if price does come back into this zone down here, I'm going to look for my entry and potentially look for something that looks a little bit like this. Price below here probably, and targeting our 1-to-1 as normal, and then we target up to and then beyond here. But that's all I can really find today that's interesting me enough to pay attention. NFP is always a weird day. Some people like to trade the NFP because it has so much volume that, you know, if you can get on the right side of it, you could get a real quick trade. If we go and look at the NAS gets affected quite a bit. You can see the confusion as soon as this is the 125 candle, this little blue one here. This one is New York Open, so New York Stock Exchange Open. You can see how price pushed down, probably getting a lot of retail sellers to start selling, and then they just boom. What they did, liquidity grabs. They took all the liquidity below here, below here, below here. All right, they took some move, and then it just shot up. And yeah, unfortunately, price didn't actually come in and tip this zone here, because this could have been a nice trade entry just here, but it didn't quite hit the zone. So it didn't match my rules, but it could have been a nice long there with something looking a little like this. So break of that candle high, stop below the low, gone for a 1-to-1, and that would have been pretty nice, but it didn't happen, so we didn't take it. Yeah, anyway, I hope you're there. If you're still there, man, hope you're good, and hopefully a little analysis on gold helped you. But just be wary of today, because it's, as I say, it's NFP. Price is acting differently to normal. So if you're still holding, then yeah, I'd say probably just keep on holding. We've got some moves up here to continue with. Again, we have got this double top on the weekly, which could potentially mean that price is going to break this sort of neckline of the oh, here we go. Okay, so we're in trade mode now. Just had our touch into the zone that we're interested in on Gbpjpy, so this could be our potential live trade entry today. Got plenty of time to see this play out, so let's see what happens. Some stuff. To go away from underneath. So yeah, we're in the zone now. So what I want to see over the next sort of 15 minutes or so is maybe price come a little bit deeper, because if I draw in our, you can see the point of control is right here. We're just playing on the point of control right now from here to here, so in this expansion here. Even if I draw it here, we might pop it down there. But from this leg here, this initial first big buying pressure here, point of control and the highest volumes here. So I want price to close, maybe create another candle, break that candle high, and then we'd enter the trade. So patience pays, people. Patience pays. Let's wait. Right, so we just had that first candle in the zone close. Okay, we have broken that low. Now if price does come below here and closes below here, then I'm going to be sort of looking a bit wary just to enter the trade, because price could potentially keep on heading down. We do also have on the 15 minute, we have this area here, which also could be a signal or an area of reaction. Okay, because from this area we broke this high and this high. So we could come down to this zone instead. So let's draw that in. So let's see what happens. I'd really like price to react from this first zone, because we have got a strong seller buyer pressure here, but because it was NFB, it may want to come down and check out, maybe take this liquidity below this this high here, this low here. But if we get our signal, we're going to enter anyway, because that's part of our rules. We follow the rules. I actually have my rules written on my notes here, so if anyone wants to see them, hear about them, I'll get them up for you. It's a little checklist that I run through. So find consolidation area, find expansion from the consolidation area, draw volume profile, find point of interest, order block at the point of control. Okay, so this is the point of control, this white line. The order block is this candle here, which created this move. Wait for a lower time frame. Change of character, which is basically a break of a candle high. Look for the order block, wait for price to break, go for 1-to-1, cut 80% profit, let the rest run. So basically all we're looking for now is price to break up above this zone. All the other Aussies are got a bit of bullish movements going on at the moment. Order shifts looking like. So have a look at the other Jappies. Jappies are coming down. This one shifts going up. Euro's down. GB's down. NZ's also looking pretty similar. Although I don't think we've got much above. No, we haven't got much above to go and sort of see on NZ. USD's down. We're going to keep looking at this. Again, it's NFB, so we could just keep coming down from here, but I'd really like to see price push back up in this zone. Get us a second trade, second win of the day. Take this out for now. I haven't entered it yet. Right, let's find some other music. This music's doing me right now.
Everywhere you go, light follows.
Okay, you can see that we are getting some pressure here, where price is being pushed away. Let's go to 3 minutes, see if we've come into like, so we could refine the zone on 3 minute, you see.
Light follows.
We're not going to there. Keep it on the 5, what's the 1 looking like?
Light follows. Everywhere you go, light follows.
Right, so another candle's closed. So technically, if this, according to my plan, if this candle breaks this candle high, I'm going to enter the trade. If we break below and close below this low, I'm going to wait for reaction down here. And that's basically the plan right now, that's what we're waiting for. I have 20 minutes until I'm going to end the stream, as I've got an appointment for an hour, and then I'm probably going to come back on and analyze for a bit before I head out. So right, okay, so look, we had a big move down on NZ. NZ's just come into the zone, that's interesting. We might keep an eye on NZ. Okay, so we've pushed quite deep into this zone now, which could mean that we're going to break down below it. If we do break down below and we don't close, the area is still valid. So if this candle does come down here but it doesn't close below here, the area is valid. Still for me, anyway. You can see prices wanting to reject from here. Just a little bit. Is our current higher low. If we can hold above this higher low, look at NZ. Okay, so we can see the prices coming below the zone now. But we haven't closed yet. We've got 2 minutes until this candle closes. Pushing deep. So this is why I don't like to take impulse entries, because some might see this as a reason to enter, but we've just been stopped out by now. You've got to wait and see. Okay, we're getting a nice push up now. Area is still currently valid. "45 seconds until candle close." So currently we're waiting for this candle to be broken here. I don't think the next one is going to do it. I do think the price is probably going to come down to here before we get any significant change. Yeah. Almost sure of that. But if it does play to our rules, we enter. It's actually looking quite nice. So if we can close here with this bigger wick in the body of the candle and then break the candle, then that's a really nice looking entry. So I'm going to get things lined up here just in case. I'm ready to... There we go, we're in. That's it. Oh, just missed a little pip there too, but we're in. Okay, going to put a stop just below this candle here, 12 pips. We need to hit our first profit target at 1-to-1 here. Okay, so if we do get this, got our ray in. Get to here, we're closing 80%, we've even stopped to break even. Okay, there is still a chance that this doesn't go the right way. That's what happens with trading. It's all about finding probability, finding potential. Just follow my rules. If we do get stopped out here, then we just wait for this zone to start reacting, and we'll maybe take another trade off this zone. What's NZD look? Oh my goodness, excuse me. So there is an entry here as well. I haven't entered this one. I'm more interested in Aussie. Okay, so just for those who join us right now, we've just entered this trade on Aussie Gbpjpy. Okay, the reason for the trade is that it's NFP today, and NFP has created this huge move up, creating this demand zone here. We have been in an uptrend for quite a while, and also above us we have this area of imbalance, which on the 1 hour is a clean traffic zone, and then we have this supply zone which is broken recent structure down here. Okay, so I'm anticipating price to come up into this zone and use this demand zone as an area to platform to continue up. We've also got high volume area in this leg from here to here. The highest volume is in this zone. So once we've got this nice price action wick here and a break of this candle high, actually it's a little bit late, we've entered the trade, we're aiming for 1-to-1. Once we get to this area, we're going to take 80% of the profit, move our stop loss to break even, and let the rest run probably up to midway of this imbalance or up to this line, which is the beginning of the zone on a high time frame. So let's see how this plans out. Now, with it being NFP day today, price is all over the place. There's a bit of confusion in the markets, but I like the way this was set up, so we've gone for it. If price does come down and doesn't quite make the, we get stopped out, which would be a 12 pip stop out, we'll then wait for this area down here, which could be the stronger area. This candle is flipping bearish right now, which isn't a good sign. Not a good sign at all, so I think we are probably going to come and touch this area and create this as our platform, but I may be wrong, or technically I may be right, and price keeps pushing up, which is what I'd like to see. Let's have a look at what the 1 minute looks like. So on the 1 minute, what we have done is we have broken this high on the 1 minute time frame. So what we might do is come down to this zone, okay, and find it in here, come down, touch, continue up, because we've created a change of character on the 1 minute here. Okay. Oh. So let's see. Could be, coming to the zone. We've gone lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. New higher high, new higher low potentially. You can see we're pushing up now from this area, which is good for us. Hopefully we can then continue and make a new trend up to the zone that we're looking for. See that? Flip. Right, we've broken candle high now, which is nice. We did actually tap into the zone as well. So we've got a play within a play here. And now we just be patient and wait to see what happens, really. We've got 22 seconds for this candle to close out. If we can close out with a nice... let's just sort this out. If we can close out with the body up a little bit higher, I'm going to feel a bit more confident. But basically, we just got to wait and see what happens now. Everything's a bit of a mess, so I'm going to take that away. Come on, yes. Okay, we close it. Actually, we close with a higher body than this one, which is technically an engulfing body of the candle, which is ideal. And we're in profit. That's good. So if we do get this today, this will be the second successful trade of the day. We did have our first trade, but this was not on stream. I was out and about with this trade. Usual things though, looking for our usual setup, which is a rally, a base, a rally, high volume zone with a high expansion zone out of it, or a big expansion leg. Price came up into the zone, showed price action rejection. We entered on the break of this lower candle, stop loss just above the highs, and we targeted 1-to-1. Took our 80%, but then NFP came in, and our last 20% went to break even, but it was all good because we already took our bag. So we're going to go back to here now and just see how this plays out. Now we have just made a new high with this 5-minute candle too, which is always a nice sign. And if you go to the 1 minute, we've made a new high here. So we're looking alright, we're looking alright. My only concern is the other Aussies are actually no, Audusd is still going up. That's always good. We just want it to go up here too. So anyway, we wait and see. I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be back in a second. Let's see how this is going. I'm gonna set an alert here, just so I can see if prices moves up while I'm out. I'll hear it. Got a bit of a push down, a bit of a rejection. Could just be retesting lower lows here. Hoping that will be the case. This candle could look bearish, so bullish. But let's see. As I say, if this area doesn't hold and we do get stopped out, then we're going to clear all this nut, and then we're going to start looking down here for rejection off of this zone, which on the 30 minutes is an area of demand which has broken this high, this high, and this high. It's the first area of demand to do so. I like this area because it's the NFP area, so there's lots of volume in there, but we'll have to wait and see. We might have just some sideways movement before we come up here, something like this. So we'll see. I'm gonna be right back. had that next 5 minute candle close. It's closed with a bit of indecision, as you can see, pushing down now. As I say, if this doesn't go through, I'm not devastated because with risk management and the amount I'm risking compared to my account, it's not a problem. We just move on to the next one. And if we do, we know where we're going to be looking. We're going to be looking down in this zone here. But anything could happen here. We could just shoot back up. See that buyers are in this area, okay? We've had buyers come from here, from here, from here. Now again from here, break these highs, I dare you. Broken one high, broken two highs. Okay, this is looking good now, it's looking nicer. If this candle can close with a nice body like that, it's going to be looking real nice, okay? Got 15 seconds left in this 1 minute candle. Up. That's alright. Let's see. So far we've been that 15 minute candle is not looking friendly towards us in any way, shape or form. But it's not to say it won't change. So far in our last two streams, we caught 4 trades, all 4 right. So if we're on a 100% trade win at the moment. Really nice to continue that, but that's not how trading goes. Okay. And just to put it in perspective, if I don't win this trade, the trade I won earlier is because of the instrument it is. I actually got 25 pips on that last trade. This is only 24, so I'd still be in profit for the day, which is fantastic. Good, we're getting nice big rejections now. This consolidation, it really wants to, it's playing. It's unsure. How's that 15 minute candle looking now? It's looking. So the 15 minutes got 1 minute 40 left. Same with this 5. See these wicks here, okay? We have still got this breaker structure here. Again, we're breaking new candle highs. Seconds left on this candle. Now, I have to go. I have to leave the stream. So what I might do is I'm going to leave this stream running. And am I going to leave the stream running? No, I'm not going to leave the stream running. But what I will do is I'm going to come back at about 4:45. I'm going to log back on and we're going to review this trade and see how it went. So anyone that has been here, thank you. Amir, nice to see you. Hopefully I'll see you in the next bit. Hopefully you're getting all the luck you deserve with gold. And yeah, so I've got to log off now. I will be back in about an hour and a bit for a final another hour stream so we can round off today. But it's been a good time. We've had a good one good trade today on Euro NZD. We've entered this trade on Aussie Gbpjpy, and we're basically just seeing to see if it plays out. And when we come back, we'll review what happened, either win or lose, and then we'll move on from there. So thanks for everyone that's been here, and I'll see you very shortly.